All right, hi, this is Atkin, and welcome to part 5 of Railway Empire 2 Scenario 14. Let's see, I don't think we finished the task. Yeah, we did. We finished the confectionery task, and we finished the 20 businesses that we need to own. We're working on Zealand and Funen, and we've got, do we have them both growing? We don't have nest-fed growing. Yeah, 56.9. Yeah. Let's see. We've got all our raw materials. It looks like milk. Let's look at milk across the board. Yeah, very low. We're obviously not making enough. 1.1, 2.1, 3.1. We actually should be making enough. Look what's happening though. We've got 3 trains all in there loading together, which means they're kind of taking their time getting up to 8. All right, let's bump this up one. All right, let's increase our milk production. And so that's the only thing they're really missing that we can give them right now, unless it's clothing. Let's just see about the clothing. Yeah, they're low on clothing. They got plenty of cloth. So do we have, and we barely have anything to export here. So what's the status on clothing in this cluster? We're making 3.2. We need 1.2.3. We're pretty much matching it. I think we're going to go ahead and go above and beyond a little bit. There we go. Make more clothing. And then we need to think about, well, I tell you something else we need to do right here. See this? Train. No. Train. No. No. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Let's do some cleanup. Let's start, maybe we'll start down at this end and we'll go like this. We'll go blow up some track, always fun. Blow up some more track. Now, question, do we go with continually doubles and have to micromanage track assignments a little more, or do we do a 4? Man, is 4 fast enough? What do y'all think? Put in the comments. We've used 4 a lot in the past. Is it going to be fast enough for this one? I don't know. But let's do this. Let's expand our platforms in this direction to 4. And I guess we could take Josh's advice to heart here as well and run this into here. That's awfully slow, but that's okay. Get our signals. Now, a couple of you commented, had the same thought. These shunt lines are not going to work because I'm using automatic signaling. And if we look at this, they really aren't working. They are working in the sense that here's one that's working, right? But is it really, is all this clear back through here? Because I don't see another, you see a signal here, but if we go down through, I don't see another signal all the way back here. So if there's no signal back here, then this train is keeping everybody stacked up back here, which sucks. The only good news about it is we're not running so many trains that, because it is Railway Empire 2. I'd hate to have to go to Machinke loops for all these things. They're fine, but they take up a lot of space, and it would be a lot of work to have to build them all. And like here, do we have another, we've got 3 shunt lines, but at the same time, we have a signal here, but there's no signal in that at all. And it seems to me like the whole train can fit in there easily. Oh, what? No? Yeah, there's no signals. So the shunt lines, they look cool, but they're not working. Yeah, they're not. Crap. have to pay attention to that and see if we need to fix them. We'll watch for congestion or some kind of issues, but right now we're not having any. I think it's more a matter of making this. Right now, the main thing is make this cleaner. So we made this 4 on this side, and then let's reattach this to a couple more platforms. Like this. Okay, and that should pick up the milk. Should come. Let me run it for a second. Did we bump up the? I think we just bumped. Yeah, we did. Sorry, we just bumped up the milk. What else is going on with you? Milk is on its way. Dresses, we hopefully have addressed that. Pun intended. Salt. We're not getting salt fast enough? Could that be? Salt. Yeah, we're not making enough salt. Okay. So by all means, let's bump up the salt production to 1.6. And the demand is 1, 2, it's more than that. Okay, bump it up again. Here's the problem with owning these things. You have to then manage them all and spend fortunes to upgrade them. All right, so now we've got salt production up. That should help us get salt into the system. Are these guys ready for cement? They are. We've got cement out here that we actually own and we're not using it. So let's get that into the system. And maybe before we do that, we run a line from the Hamburg passenger. We'll do just a brief expansion in our expanding contract model. We'll go up here and set up a line like this. Like that. And better double check the repairs. This should be restaurant, post office. Do we have repairs on Calding? We do. Good. Let's run an express line here. 15 days. We'll run 3 trains. Okay, that'll make some money. Now we can get this cement going to our 3-city cluster here. And we can just jump on that line. Well, we can jump on that line and then we can go like this. Now, if we do Machinki, we could do it from the back like this. That's no better because it's not long enough. All right, I am officially now missing the regular signals as opposed to the automatic ones. So I'm not even going to bother with a shunt line because it doesn't work. We're just going to have 3 in here. We're going to say, I'm not going to tell it which line to run out of. I'm just going to tell it to run full. I do want run full. I said I wasn't going to do that. Run full to there. And go. What in the world? Why would it do that? Why wouldn't it go this way? Oh, I know why. Alright, let's try that one again. Here to here, that's better. Run full from whatever track you can get into, go. And we need a bypass. There is a bypass here, and it can't get to it, can it? All right, I'm going to go ahead and start that, and then we're going to see if we can't give this the ability to get. I want to jog over here. That's not going to be easy. It may not even be possible. We may need to give it a second bypass. I think it'd be easier just to give it another bypass. Just run some track through like that. And like that. And then we can see what it does. And it didn't take the bypass. Oh, I see. I see. It's not, the problem is it doesn't connect. Okay, all right. All right, I want you to connect over here and get on the freight line. It was bypassing and connecting with the passenger line. So it was coming from the freight here to the passenger over here. That's that would be incorrect. Now let's see what it does. Lovely. It takes the bypass, runs over here, does its thing, comes back. Beautiful. Okay, so that's cement. Okay, good. The wood, the trains for the wood, have they started moving? Yeah, look at that. They're all moving together. They all came out at the same time because they were all loading at the same time. Now they get on different rhythms now that they're running different distances, right? Now let's just look at our demand for cement. We need more production. Okay, cement. One more. Okay. So we got the same problem here. We got 3 trains firing up together, and they'll kind of load together and take off together the first time through. All right, where are we? Okay, we're saving up for the Flying Scotsman, so we want our 3 stars, and then we'll get the Flying Scotsman. Let's look at alcohol. 1.6, 1, 2, 3, and we need more alcohol. Okay, we've upgraded that. We haven't been off pause long enough to even let this thing really get going, but I think it's going to explode on us when it really gets going, because we've got 7 goods all queued up, and we've got our city to city going, and there we can see the wood's starting to pull out, the grain's pulling out. We've had some deliveries of well, here's the corn loading up. It'll be ready to pull out soon. Sugar loading up. It'll be ready soon. Let's see. How much do we need up here? Just curious. Yeah, we need very little at start. Like that's probably plenty. 1.6, but I'm gonna increase it 1 to get that first load going faster. And we own this. And we know we're going to be leveling it up. So let's go ahead and level that up. And we own the wood. And let's go ahead and level that up 1. Okay. And the corn, we don't own the corn. And that's fine. Should we own the corn? Not for that price. Okay. And we got a little bit more money. Let's do one more expansion here. Let's go on down here to Aalborg and get a passenger line going Aalborg to Calden. And down here we can have a restaurant and a post office. And we can do express lines, run a couple of trains on that. And make some fine money on that. And let's just see, let's give them a supply depot. Oh, and let's bump up our steel production while we've got a couple of dollars to at least, you know, to be a little beyond the demand here. 1.6. Okay, we're starting to get good production here. Have we shipped any? Yeah, we've shipped 3 now. Okay, we're looking better. Looking better. And if we think about like these city-to-city lines, for example, Næstved to Copenhagen, right? So Næstved is wanting, from Copenhagen, it's wanting steel and beer and planks, right? So if we look at the demand for those 3, 1.1 planks and steel, 1.6, that's 2.6, that's 6, so 2.7, and then beer would be 2.9, 4.8. It needs about 5. So as long as we're hitting a 5 frequency on that line, then we're okay. So if we look at Copenhagen to Næstved, its frequency is 5.2. It's really probably pretty much dead on, right? So that looks pretty good. Oh no, 5.2. It's very good. That's a much higher frequency than a 5. I know that's confusing, but it's a duration of 5.2. That means it's a frequency. It's rolling in there like every it could match a demand of 10, right? So that one train is plenty to keep the goods moving back and forth between these two cities. So while we think, gosh, we want to get the tools over here, we don't need another train to do that. In fact, we can just follow this train for a minute. Got nothing else to do. If I can find it again. This guy here, let's just follow this train and watch what he does when he gets over here. He didn't take anything back. There wasn't anything for him to take back. So adding another train is not going to magically make that run faster. Now here's the problem. We are getting some delays here. What the? Okay, automatic signals. Okay. And backups here. Or is that a backup? Yeah, backup here. Okay, this right in here, the blocks are too short. And the auto signals don't allow me to do anything with them. So, want to move this over. Let's expand this. Hopefully that'll fit. It will, barely. Okay. No, it's just 3. What'd I do here? Oh, I see. I got one planned. I haven't built it. Okay. Now I want to do a 4 out here. Good. That will fit as well. Okay. Now, will that make anything go any faster? Not really. That won't fit. We're going to have to take this right here and, oops, and merge it a little further down. Now it gives us enough room for that to fit. Now this right here is no good. All right, so we got to think about, can we put these things in separate places? So for example, can we have the wood going into its own 2 tracks and have the grain going into its own 2 tracks? The answer is yeah, of course we can. If I can make this come out like this, and where do we want to go with it? Crap. Come out like this. I hate to do this, but we're going to have to do some changes here if we want to clean this up at all. All right, so I'm going to want you to come into there. We'll give the grain its own landing space. And then we're going to give the logs their own landing space. Because we've got the planks in there, we've got the beer in there. Now that should take all this log traffic and move it over here. Track 1, you guys. Oh, and again, it won't do that until we give it. What in the world happened here? Let's try this again. I think we have one piece of track up on top of the other piece of track somehow. So that's grain. Now we want you to come out with, for the logs, and kiss that, and come down here, and then come off. Like that. And like that. And then have a 2 wide here. And that should take all that traffic off there. That's better. That should speed that line up and speed up all of this, taking traffic out of there. Now the milk and any freight that's going to come over here, basically cars. Let's see. Would actually like to have them come in like this, so that they're not, we still need the connection this way. Oh, and this still needs a connection. Shoot. This still needs to be able to go to nest fed. I mean, we could have it go through. No, and it wouldn't even work to have it go through here because it's disconnected, right? So it's disconnected from this track now. It's its own private little deal. So we want to have grain. Now the grain heading for Homestead can just go right through. And that is not true either because this line doesn't connect on this other side. So I think what we'll do over here is go like this. I think we'll have on this side, we're going to have another 4. Another 4 that connects in that same track and swings over here. So now the line going to Homestead for grain, what's that called? Andvik right here, this guy can just run right through, and we could give it a bypass if we wanted to. I'm not too concerned about it since we got 2 tracks kind of dedicated to it at this point. I have no point in being lazy. Let's just go ahead and have a line that passes through, or that bypasses rather, passes through the city but bypasses the station. actually, that can be used for the wood as well. If we just simply have the ability to get over there, like from here to here and from here to here, that's all it takes. And we should see some traffic on this, which is not going to show me. There we go. And it's taking it now. We got to solve this, but that did fix that problem. Now, what about the wood going to Homestead? How's it going? Okay, it's doing the right thing. It's taking the bypass, so that's perfect. And I think the grain should be taking the bypass as well. Good. Okay, that's good. But now we've got one issue would be wood. Oh, two, I guess. Wood and grain going to nest fed. We could bring them out the other end if we wanted to. They're this one. Or just loop them around this so that they rejoin. What do we allow? This track to get over to this side. And then just have it swing around. Can you do that? If you're coming out of here, you can move over here. Oh, and we probably need to move it up here inside the city limits so it'll work. And that should be the nest fed lumber or grain. Which should be that track right there. Yeah. Okay, that works. Okay, all that seems to be moving a lot better now. Okay. And look what's happening here. Double tick, single tick, grown through 20. What do we got? We got 83%, 83, 77.8. Okay. Nice. Not much money there, but that's okay. It's money. A little better over here. I think let's go ahead and set up. Let's go ahead and buy this meat industry. Oh my word! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How's it worth that? It's not. It has no customers except itself. They just, as the game goes on, the prices just go up. It's just that simple. It may not even make any sense, but they go up. And I just realized, too, we bumped this up 1.4 and 2.8. 1.4 should be a match here. Yep, that's fine. And 2.8 over here, we need more production over here. And if we're going to do a 3, let's look at our route time. 21 times 3, that's not good enough. Let's add another train.
I just showed your progress to some friends from Hollywood, and they were extremely impressed. Who knows? If I play my cards right, maybe we can use Copenhagen as the backdrop for a silent crime movie.
So we've got our tools done. We're 223 out of 350 here. 110 for Copenhagen, which isn't very good. We've got 18 goods going in there. I want to get the car set up, and my goodness, that's expensive, but we're going to go for it. Actually, if we can do a level 2, we might even be able to run the refinery. I was thinking about having 2 refineries. Might be able to get away with that. Where are we on money? 18.8 million. Okay, we can get some serious money and do some serious damage. Okay, let's just go for it. 20 million. Okay, let's buy that. Let's buy that. Let's knock it down. Let's put in a refinery. Oh, we have to research it. Doggone it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do it. We're going to research this. May regret that. So now we can put in our oil refinery here. We can make it a level 2. Yeah. 1.6. Okay. We can run a line. Okay. Maintenance. Let's see. We'll come in the back door here. I left a little bridge there. I'm just going to leave it. We'll haul oil. Over here. Then we will, you know what? That's all right. We'll haul it in there. I think I might add a station here in Aalborg and do a couple of run full trains. I think I will. And I will just use the same track. We don't need to go to the expense of adding freight track here, I don't think. If this were part of a growing area, we would definitely do that. And we're missing signals through here anyway, so that should have been fixed. Okay. So we're going to have a line. Well, first, yeah, we got money. Go here, buy this brewery for a fortune, knock it down, put in an automobile factory in Colding. Point A, 1.4. What are you making? You're making 1.6, so we can definitely run. Yeah, we can certainly run a train like we could even run it down like. These shunt lines that don't work sure do take up a lot of space, don't they? That being the case, let's go back over here to this side. Let's go like this. We'll have a train here that goes here. A freight train that runs full. And we'll have a freight train from here that goes here. A freight train that runs full. So those two will deploy and they'll just sit there for a while. And did we, yeah, we've got our oil coming, oil coming to Aalborg. Okay, and that should get gasoline here when it's needed, and it'll get gasoline down here, and then we need a freight line from Kolding to Copenhagen to take steel over here, and they'll and it really won't do anything until what? 125. It'll do it pretty soon. Let's just start it. We're going to run it, I think, from here to here. What does that look like? Oh, that looks just fine. That's going to be a freight line. And they can take some beer over there. That'd be fine too. Like that. 15 days is plenty fast enough. So it should just load up, yeah, a bunch of beer and take it out there. And of course, what we could do, we could take beer out here as well. We could have that one train, the train that runs this guy here would not have to run full. We could just let him go. In fact, we could let him start at the other end. Now, he can drive to the other end and then start from there. And decide he can bring back some beer, and then we want to take the this guy right here, and we really do want to say your priority actually coming out of here is the steel. So we don't want you just running one train full of beer all the time. It's fine to take beer now, but once that steel is needed, we want it. We want the steel. Don't care about that. Now, what we could do, what's happening here? Oh, that's just, all right, I don't mind any of that stuff. Double, 26. Got to watch for the opportunity. 99.5, that's more like it. 96.2, that's more like it. 98, that's more like it. Now, we got a bunch of money. We could start another 3-city cluster. We could do Vimmerby, Stockholm, Västerås would be a good one. And while we've got the money, we could go ahead and buy this, because we're going to want that. We could haul this in here and make some money on that if we want to. We could haul this in here and make some money on that if we want to. Oh, another thing we could look at would be our passenger lines. Just optimize a little bit to make sure we're getting good funds here. That track seems more than big enough. 70 grand. A frequency of 8. Yeah, that's fine. Every 4 or 5 days is beautiful. And then this one here is 5 days. That's beautiful. Just curious, what are we doing back here? I mean, look at this, 32,000 a week from that line. What kind of frequency does it have? 10.8. I'm going to add another train to it. And then this guy here, 24,000 a week, 10.8, 2 trains, that's fine. Got still this one, this little short line right here, 47,000 a week. And 6.3, we could conceivably put another train on there. Let's just look at this. Oh, look, it says it could have loaded 8 more wagons. So I think that would be a good time for us to say, yeah, why don't you get a buddy? See, yeah, he loads out full too. And all these X's are trains waiting to be loaded. I'm fine with that. That's a characteristic of having this type of a model. All right, I got nothing else to do. Let's go for this. Let's think about this. Oh, we could put. Oh, and here's what I want to do with the buildings, the city buildings. We're going to put universities everywhere. Oh, they already have one. 23, 27, 23. Now, I'll tell you what, I was thinking about building another 3-city cluster. I'm going to pass on that opportunity. And the reason being that I don't want to stress any of these, like we've only got the one milk. I don't want to have it feeding two clusters. The one veggie, the one sugar. We don't need to overstress them, right? So let's just stay with the for sure thing on the city growth. But we can, of course, set up, like, for example, we could run a passenger line up here to Stockholm. Okay, we could if I can drive. All right. I think we're going to stop right there. I just want to make sure there's not something wrong right there. It's waiting on a train. I think it was a minor blip. Okay. And I don't know that we can make these grow any faster right this minute because we need dairy to do that. We need, the furniture up here. Well, we have furniture. How big is it? It needs to be level 3. So planks. We need more planks. More planks, please. Level 3. Then, are you getting enough wood? Yes. Looking good on the raw material. See, this is a little slow. 14 coming. I'd rather have them already be there, if you will. Yeah, see, we had a little dip in production there. Need 2.8. I think we're making 2.8 though, right? We should be good on that. Yes, we are. Now, it could be how fast are you getting there? Delivery's 21. Yeah, we could probably, it wouldn't hurt to have another train on that. Oh, Nestfed must have hit like 120,000. Yeah. It beat Copenhagen, which is fine. Oh, I meant to say, what we're going to do with our universities is we're going to put them in these other cities. We're going to grow them up to 120, get that task done, and then we're going to replace all the universities with this little lovely building, a museum, which increases passengers by 20%. So what will happen is that once they'll go up to the 120, we'll close out the task, and then we'll let them all drop back down to around 100, which is the peak they can get with the university. And all those nice people will just say they're all moving to Copenhagen. And that way we'll take strain off of Copenhagen. Now, the other way to do it would be to not put the universities in now, let them peak out at 100 to get our 3 slots, and I'm going to pay
Lucky
that.
you. The blackmailer tried to turn their threat into reality,
What are you?
but was caught in time by your security personnel.
Shoot. We need... Okay. Okay, good. Jan Coping can already take an immigration office. That tells me this one's got to be near it. No, not quite. All right, let's stop right there. We've got our gasoline and car set up in anticipation of the need, which won't be long. I mean, look at where we are. Look at this. We're already needing the gasoline, so we should be seeing that one train loading. That's the colding. In fact, we may already have a train headed down there with some. What in the world? Oh, that's right. We don't have it running full, do we? I think now that it needs it, I think we're going to flip that around and say, why don't you run full? And speaking of which, we're at 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine on that 25 goods. Are we okay on everything else? 1912. 1912. 1912. Really need these to hit 40 real soon. This is probably going to be our dairy right here. That's the first one we want to get. All right, well, gotta stop. What are you? Made some changes, probably messed up the availability of supply towers. And this one's actually stopped growing. Look at all that. Look at all that. Liquor and planks. Okay, what about you? No, that's passengers. Oh, and let's try this one, which is I'm going to duplicate this on the other side because we've got so much traffic on that side. We're going to go here and here with a freight line. There we go. That'll help everything. Okay, 2.7 gain. That's nice. Oh, here we go. Let's stick around a minute. Let's just see this change right here. We're going to do the Flying Scotsman. Now we're going to take, let's just take a quick look at passengers. Well, let's just look at our overall revenue. 5 million a week, 4% delays. That's good. Now we're going to go here and we're going to go pull up the our new train, the Flying Scotsman, and we're going to replace all the Pacifics with that. There we go. And shoot. If they're just going to give us money for something that will just keep making us money, then we'll take it. We got some stock. I don't do anything with the stock. I've asked this before. Anybody do use this? I know a couple of you have done some things with the stock, but I've never really played with it. Don't consider it a consistent source of income. So All right, just stop. Gotta stop. Gotta stop. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you saw something that will help you become a better player. I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and join us for our next Railway Empire 2 video. Thank you.